if you've been diagnosed with the autoimmune disease ankylosing spondylitis, it's important you go in this order to try and fix it, cure it. Yeah, imagine saying that, curing it, or at least getting rid of most of the pain. Number one is diet, and it has to be diet. If you try and do anything else before you do diet, you'll probably be spinning your wheels and always seem to be flaring and back in the same place. You might think, I'm weak, I'm immobile, my joints hurt, my metabolic health, I've barely been on a walk, it's all crap, I need to start exercising. And the issue with the autoimmune disease Ankspond, as opposed to say another autoimmune disease like whatever, Crohn's or something that isn't joint related, is that we actually don't have access to movement and being able to expel energy and working on our cardiovascular health because of obviously the joint pain. And if you start adding lots of movement onto already sore joints, it's going to make it worse. So ankylosing spondylitis requires a little bit of thought. Basically all that thought is you're gonna have to go a bit higher up than exercise and deal with that for a bit before you can do any sort of exercise on the joints. So make sure you get number one right first, which is diet at the top. Only once you've done diet and you start to notice that the inflammation's dropping off, then you can go to exercise, because we know the amazing benefits of exercise. Within exercise though, I would say this is where it gets to more physio and strength coaching, which, hey, I'm a strength coach, well done, the right video. I'll probably do good levels of rehab strength work before I just go to exercise. Obviously if exercises work or certain modalities of movement, walking's fine, swimming's fine, go for it. But in terms of lifting, strengthening, I would try and add a little layer before exercise of rehab / strength, because if you've been nailing it's not your fault, if your body's been nailing your SIJs or your lower spine or your upper spine or your shoulders, and you just go in to do bench press for your shoulders, it's not a clever idea. There's things you can do before that. So I'd say level 1, diet. Level 2A, rehab strength work, and then level 2B is general strength work. Go in that order again. A little bonus tip, if you're in that phase of wanting to exercise but you can't because of the joint pain, and you want that feeling of breathlessness that we do miss and you crave, and even the endorphins that come with it, I'd really look into breathwork. Wim Hof's method is the great one. There's another guy on YouTube called Breathe with Sandy. I do all of his breathing exercises. I'd look into that because you can sit still and it's working on big inhales, exhales, and there are different types of breath work, but that's the main one that will feel great, as well as all the spiritual extra benefits you'll get from it. Enjoy it, get stuck in. But in terms of that feeling of like that breath that we miss when we're sat lazy, not lazy, but sore in pain, I found that's really helped me. And the clear health benefits that come of it in terms of increasing lung capacity, breath, as well as as Wim Hof talks about, the immune response. He's shown in one of his videos that they've actually managed to reduce inflammatory pain and ankylosing spondylitis. So there's another reason to do it. So we got 1, 2A, 2B. Now 3, although I'd probably loop it back round into 0 now, so level 0. If you've done level 1 and 2 and you're still stuck and you've done it for long enough and you're not actually willing to carry on to do it for any longer, I'd then go loop back around into above diet, and now you want to look at testing, you want to look at your gut health and potentially start looking at how you can rebuild the gut lining, fix maybe a small intestinal bacterial overgrowth you've got, and then go through the process again, because it might be a case of you need to do something about it, about the reason you've got leaky gut, the reason you've got autoimmune disease, to then allow diet and exercise to actually work better. So level 3, but maybe then you go back around to level 0. Who really cares? But just do a gut protocol, supplementation. Look into that sort of thing, because you might be crucial. Like, it could be crucial. Again, level 1 and 2 are the lower cost versions. If you can do that, great. But if you're still getting nowhere, you'll need to invest more time and money, supplementation, and actually being more fine-tuned in what you need to do. So the main thing there, you can't out-train a bad diet, and you can't out-diet and out-train a poor, leaky gut that is all over the place. That's what I've found, that's the basics of it.